this is way impromptu. I was just kind of heading this little that's great. This is very impromptu. This thought about like if you were supposed to be a stand-up comedian just like off the cuff, like you weren't expecting to be or whatever. And that sort of did happen to me one time too, because I went up to this freaking open mic and it was my like girlfriend's roommate's boyfriend, so I was sort of obligated to go, and it was by the time we'd been to 3 clubs and I'm hearing the same routines all the time and I'm just kind of like done with it, right? Wasn't trying to be a heckler. I honest to God was not trying to be. But there was this guy that was having a really hard time with his joke. Not my friend's friend, but whom I refer to as I don't even know if this is a bad word. I'm going to put this on YouTube as her penis. But he was fine. But this other guy, he was having a really hard time with his joke, and he had to think of a name, and so I just threw out Johnson's, because that's my mom's maiden name. I thought I was being helpful. I really was. I wasn't trying to be heckling, but pretty much I kind of should have realized that any kind of like loud vocalization coming from the audience when there's a stand-up comedian and he's like a nervous amateur and, you know, whatever, he's going to take it as heckling. He's probably not even going to listen to what I'm saying. It's just going to be like, he's like, nervous breakdown. And then, okay, this guy says some words and he's heckling me and blah, blah, blah. And I got the freaking, you know, what do you call it? The riot act read to me that night by my friend who's dating him. And really good intentions, but as they say, they paved the road to hell. So anyway, back to the whole point of this is I was just like, well, what if I was, you know, put on the spot and I had to just do a stand-up routine, just like, you know, no preparation at all. And well, I figured, you know, I'd do like relationship stuff, because pretty much everybody can relate to relationships. And so I figured as soon as I got the idea that I thought that I myself was funny, I'm just going to record this. And I don't even really know how much of this that, you know, it was kind of like Faulkner-esque stream of consciousness kind of stuff here. But basically here's how it would go. It'd be like, yeah, so I was at a comedy routine the other time, and there was this guy, and he thought I was heckling him, so he brought me up on stage, and he's like, well, we'll see what you can do, right? And I'd say, yeah, sure, all right, well, let's just give this a shot. And so, like, just off the cuff, here's what I got just so far, and this is, like, I don't know, I'm only, like, I've been thinking about this as I've been saying this, but I'm only, like, a couple lines into it, so most of this is just going to be just whatever I think of right now. And I myself am just curious about what this ends up being. So we're going to start with this. I'd go up, and I'd say, in that scenario, I'd say, hey guys, sorry about all that. Good intentions, but, you know, I guess I'm part of open mic now. So this is my debut, so I hope you guys are drinking. And so who's here out with a partner tonight? Like who's here with a boyfriend and girlfriend? Who's on a date? Let me get a show of hands. Like who's on a date? And then you like look around the room, right? And you got these people, and they're kind of like, maybe they're putting their hands up, and like some people are like, whoo, hands up, right? And you go, oh, okay, so, yeah, I get that might be a little bit rough. You might not want to be like, yeah, I'm on a date, because it wasn't really established, right? You didn't go like, let's get out our calendars or our phones and shit and be like, oh, shall we set a date? And, you know, what day is good for you? I got next Tuesday. We'll have, you know, you got people? Neither do I. So we just figure this shit ourselves. So you got, like, how about Friday? Friday's good, right? But then when you say it's Friday, it's pretty much then it's a date. Because especially if it's Friday night, like you got Friday for like coffee or something, you can go that's fine. You go Friday for coffee, and I'm screwed on that too. I don't drink coffee. I wonder if that's why I'm still single at 41 years old. But anyway, so say you go out for coffee, and then yeah, it's good, and you get a good vibe, and then it's either like you either get a phone number, and then you necessarily have postpone. Like if you get a phone number, you can't just be like, hey, let me get your phone number, and then I'll call you in an hour and see what you're doing. Well, I mean, at least on the guy's perspective, I have been perceived as stalker-esque, but I've just been like, so I actually didn't get your schedule. So what's going on? And then like, I get ghosted off of just like, I don't even like, whoosh, just gone. So I'm just like, okay, so back to who knows whether or not they're here on a date. Like who knows? Like I'm saying this is rhetorical. Like I'm saying like there's no show of hands again, people. You can put them down. There's you okay, but like but here so like in this question, really philosophically deep down, like existentialism, like why are we here? You know, why are we here? I'm not here to get paid. It's freaking. I was a heckler and called up. But anyway, so why are we? Anyway, so are you on a date? You never know. Even if you do know, you don't know because it's like a two-person thing, and I mean until the end of the night, you might not have known if the whole night if it was a date. Be like, well here, there's a sign, and there's this. You know, when you're a kid, you're in the movie theater. It's like sweaty palms touching, kind of in the movie theater. When you're 41, it's like, well, she didn't like get naked or offer sexual favors, so I don't know if necessarily she's interested or not. So you know, anyway, depending on how you play that out, and then someone like me comes up on the stage and they're like, and I might have just ruined 18 dates tonight. Dude might have just been like, thanks a lot, pal. I spent $27 on my steak and her fucking 2 chicken fingers, and now I gotta go home to my wife. That's fucking... Alright, so I actually think I would lay it at that. And I don't even know. It started, you can tell probably by my facial expressions when it started to be like I just was making it up. But I would think, as I just said the word wife, that would probably be the punchline. And if you do anything more after that, you'd be like Jay Leno on the Tonight Show. Like, well, he actually did that the whole time, but especially late Tonight Show, where he's like, yeah, I can't do impressions. But he's like, yeah, here's the joke, right? And then people laugh, and then he explains it, and a few poor people laugh, and then he explains it some more. And by then, you got like 2 laughs, and you lost like 18 laughs of the original people that thought it was freaking hilarious and actually got the joke. So, alright, cutting it there, people. And I'm going to review this right now, but there is no way I'm editing it. I'm just going to put this up on YouTube and subsequently Facebook, like, right now.